how many suggestions we got, and then just you pick a number.
Okay.
And then it's 10 minutes of whatever, however you want to play it, whatever. I mean, a lot of them have been like mono scenes, but doesn't mean they have to be. I did one with, Craig Euler, that
Yeah.
cat.
Yeah.
Dude, I did one with him. It was like we probably did like 8 characters. I mean, he was just he's a Tasmanian devil of comedy. So he was just like, it was great. He's all over the place, and I was like, okay, I'll keep up. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. So
Yeah, I can't imagine doing that with him. So
oh my God, it's fun. It's just so ADD. And I love that style sometimes where it's like you're not even finishing something before you're on to something else. All right, buddy. Pick a number 1 to 43.
40. Holy cow. Do you usually get that many suggestions?
Well, they heard you're doing it, and it
And
came.
they heard that I could get on a Herald team. So.
Yeah, you could get on a Herald team because of this. So there's a lot of it looks like they're all casino. It's just 43 suggestions of casino.
Well, it's a good thing I know my casinos. Let's do 23.
23. All right, 2, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, 21, 22. Oh, okay, this comes from Michael, and it is Mother's Pie Specialty.
Mother's Pie Specialty?
Yes. Mother's Pie Specialty. Thanks, Michael.
Thanks, Michael. Mother's Pie Specialty. All right. Cool. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
It's not done yet.
Oh,
It's not done yet.
Really? Because
yeah,
I mean, it's been 40 minutes.
I know, but it takes time. Love takes time.
Oh, it smells so good.
Listen, I love you, and
Love you.
I want you to have my mother's pie, and I want the family to know you and enjoy you, but you got to have some fucking patience.
I know, but it's like it's right there. I can smell it, and I want to make a good impression.
I love my mom's pie.
Yeah.
But I don't smell her pie. I just smell that musky, sexy cologne on you.
Terry, you're making me blush.
I know, you're so red right now. You're like a little cherry. I just want to pick you and eat you.
Why don't you?
No. My parents' place. They won't even let us sleep in the same room together.
So they're not here. They said they'll be right back. We don't know, and the right back could be anytime. Come on.
This is dangerous.
What else is Thanksgiving supposed to be but danger?
I mean, talk to the Native Americans about that, because they know.
That's well, I take it back.
Sorry, I didn't mean
terrible genocide. Terrible genocide. I mean, it's true. It's a genocide. So let's not even pretend that this is things. Let's just say it's a thankful time of our life. Okay.
Okay, I'm cool with that. I want my parents to like you so bad, and I hope you like the house. I hope you like the way they set everything. I mean, I talked to them beforehand. I made sure that they had your like favorite drinks. I know that you're a huge Fresca fan. They know that. So, what, right?
It's so good. It's so good because I barely have it, but now that Terry, because I'm having it here with you, it's extra special.
Oh my God, you gotta stop this. You are
Why?
making me.
Why?
You're making me crazy.
Well,
My family's so conservative, and I know if they know, like, we even like held hands, they might be like, wait till you're married. It's like,
did they say that to your sister?
No.
Interesting.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I'm a guess they didn't. I didn't really like eavesdrop on them talking to my sister. I mean.
But if you had to guess,
yeah,
do you guess that they would have said the same thing To her, or they're saying it to you because you're the
Oh,
oldest?
she's got to find a boyfriend first, right?
Thank you. Well,
Up
that's what I'm
top.
saying. Oh,
Yeah. I'm sorry. That was mean.
why? You know what's mean is you pulled your hand away. They're not even here. They said we'll be back.
I know, but it's like, listen, this is the problem. I'm
What?
not worried necessarily about what they will think. I am worried about what I will do. Skin to skin contact right now is like super volatile. Like if like you even touch my finger right now, I'm going to take you.
Well,
Don't even.
I'm evening. Listen, you know,
Oh,
this is a metaphor for the pie.
oh my
The
God.
pie smells so good and it's so close. And you say to me, you got to have patience.
You have to have patience.
How
You
can
have
I
to have
be in the
patience for the
same room?
pie.
How can I be in the same room with you and have patience?
I thought you said the same womb. I was
I
like, ooh,
did.
gross.
I did.
We're
And
not, we're not like
well,
brothers. It's like, ooh, I'm not, ooh, gross.
I've been thinking about uh, raising a baby with you, and it's on my mind. Yeah.
Oh, this is, wow. That's,
Yeah.
give me a second. This is good. This is good. This isn't bad.
I'm going to check on the pie. Just stay
Go
here.
check on the pie.
I mean it.
Oh my God, I can't believe he said that. Oh my God. Oh, I don't know what to tell him. I don't know what to tell him. Oh, okay.
I didn't open the door. I just turned the light on. It
Looks good,
just needs a
right?
minute. It looks
I mean,
really
that's another metaphor because we have a pie in the oven and like a baby's like a, a pie in your belly.
yeah, it's like a bun. I mean, there's a
I didn't
bun.
want to say bun because it's not a bun, it's a pie, and that ruins the metaphor.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I I I want to have kids someday, just not this day. Or
Okay.
like I want us to focus on our careers and us to go on vacations and like buy expensive things that we don't need. And I feel like if we have a kid and we do it too early, we won't be able to buy those things we really like.
Okay. I don't have to have it right now. I think I feel
You
like
scared the shit out of me.
no, I mean
Oh my God.
I've been thinking about I don't want to have it now.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Good.
I
Oh,
want
I'm
to
sorry.
have it. I want to have it. I just I don't know if I can have it now.
Well, I mean, of course you couldn't have it now unless like,
Physically.
but yeah, physically, but
I could,
but
yeah.
like someday.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go check on that pie.
Okay.
I don't know. I just gonna go. I'll be right back. I want to make sure. Okay.
Yeah, go check on the pie.
It looks good.
I mean, I have to speak my truth, and I'm okay if Terry wants to speak their truth, but I mean, it's
Oh yeah, it's
tense.
it's it's got another couple minutes, maybe 5, but you gotta
Your
wait till the top gets brown.
your mother, that's wallpaper. I thought it was paint. It's wallpaper.
Oh yeah, my mom is brilliant. She's a great artist. She's a great artist. That's where
Hey,
I get it from. That's where I get it from.
hey,
Yeah.
we always promised each other we'd speak our truth.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Do you have a truth you need to tell me? You should
I
tell me
mean,
right now.
the baby was the big truth one. That was the big, that was the big truth of,
Oh,
but it's not a now thing. It's a thing
is it
where
a deal breaker?
no, it's a thing. What I'm saying is it's a thing that I also want to experience life with you and travel with you and buy things with you. And, I know that if there's a child that comes into the equation, then that's it as far as our focus. Then it's all on that child. But I'm just thinking, I think you would make an amazing parent.
Uh, I don't know. I think that's my. I think that's.
Okay. All right. Maybe not. I thought you would.
No, 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 no. It's not. It's not. It's not that. It's just like I think that's why I want to wait because I don't. You know, like, okay, so like, you know, when we were in college, stop it, not now. What are you doing?
You're just
If I,
making it more succulent.
if you kiss me right now, I will rip off that Brooks Brothers shirt. Oh my God. I'm gonna, oh, it's just,
Your hands are closed. Just go.
okay. I did it. I'm just saying, it's been like, we've been here for 2 days and I am, stop it. You are killing me. All right. Okay.
It's making okay. You're taking a breath to calm down. I am revved up right now.
I can tell. Don't, no, my parents are going to be home. They timed their trip on when the pie is done, and the pie is almost done. Oh my gosh, stop it. Look at that. Oh man. I think that
What?
24-hour fitness membership I
Yes.
got you for Christmas is working.
Thank you.
Oh
I'll
my
tell
God.
you what, I never thought I'd be big into Zumba, and I love Zumba. But I feel
You
good
know,
about myself. You're trying to
no, wait a minute. I just had a thought.
Yeah.
Let's go with me here. Let's name the kid Zumba.
So you mean, are you saying not now,
No, not now.
but you want to?
Yeah.
We're
I do.
we're going to Bali in June. If we time things right, Terry, there could be a baby in March. And if it's born on March 14th, that's 314. That's pi. It could be a win-win.
Oh my gosh.
Get over here.
Okay.
Scene. Oh man.
Hold on, let me wipe off my camera.
No, you leave it. Do not take that away. Dude, you're one of the most versatile improvisers because you could do short form, you could do long form. Like, what brought you? How did you get into improv in the first place?
Um, I avoided it forever. Like I was going to be like a Shakespearean actor. I was doing like Shakespeare festivals and stuff, and I was living in New York, and I moved to Chicago, and I was doing all these plays, and I did like Richard III, and then somebody always told me I should do improv, and I always ignored it. It was Tim Mason. He'd be like, Tim, you should do improv. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Like,
What?
like,
Really? How'd
yeah,
you connect with Tim?
I went to college with Tim. Yeah, we used to be went to Marquette, and we used to do like be in the booth for shows and like do the tech, and we'd sneak like alcohol up there and get drunk.
Like most every other tech person.
In college for sure, yeah. But then I went and saw, I one summer I was dating this girl, and she broke up with me, but I was living with her two best friends, and it was awkward, and then they kicked me out, so I didn't have a place to live.
No.
And so it was awful, man. And they already rented my room out.
Oh my God, what?
So I was looking for a place to live, and
Wait. Is this a Shakespeare play you read?
This is Midsummer's Night.
Midsummer Night's Tamisiea.
It was bad, and Tim actually helped me find somebody, and somebody whose name I will leave. It was an improviser whose name I will leave unsaid because they're not they're not the most popular person in the world right now with the improv community for good reason.
Colbert.
And
Stephen Colbert.
It was Stephen Colbert. and but this person, despite them being a real piece of shit right now, they had a 2-person improv show. They invited me to go see it, and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. And so I started taking classes at IO. I just kind of never looked back. Like, well, I did look back. This is kind of my philosophy.
I'd never look back. Well, I did.
I did. I looked back once. I think for me, I took a big break because I went to grad school for film. And towards the end of my grad school program, Norm Holly had like a character workshop at Second City. So I was like, oh, why not? I'll jump in. And I was like, I found my break made me a better improviser. Like
Yeah.
I needed that. I needed to get away from it because I felt like I was getting into habits that I couldn't break.
Right.
And then when I came back to it, I think all this other art stuff I was doing, all this writing and filmmaking was like, it just somehow like was like, oh, that filled the space that was empty when I was improvising.
Well, and it's interesting too, because you have a very, it's reflective in the style of how you play, and you understand story, and not a lot of improvisers understand story or the value in it. And so that to me is a huge thing, is like story and being a storyteller. And sometimes we need to do that in scenes.
Yeah. But it's funny though, but I think to a degree, because I feel like I also know how to avoid story.
Right, right.
Yeah. Because I don't know who said this. Maybe you do. And I tell my students all the time, I'm like, they said plot is like a haunted house. As soon as you move in, you can't get out, and it's like, and,
Well,
and
that's,
it's true.
but that's there's a difference, right? There's a plot, which is like, hey, we're gonna win this race. Let's get ready.
Yeah.
And so we're focused on that. There's in our scene that we just did, there was a story element to it. Like there's a story
Sure.
between people of what's going on. So yeah, I think definitely when you put that plot ahead of everything else,
Yeah.
I love that. I'm going to steal that of like, you just
Dude,
you
I
can't.
tell it to my students all the time. I mean, there's like little idioms I've learned from improv teachers over the year that I've stolen. Like somebody at IO once told me, earn your arguments. I always love that. Little things like that. But I think I've learned from film school into improv. I learned how to deal with relationship better. Like in the end, it really has to be about those 2 people trying to, or 3 or 4 people trying to connect.
God, and especially now, man, with what's happening in the world, that connection is so much bigger. And I find that, at least for me, I find I'm doing that a lot easier now in scenes, because maybe it's the lack of interpersonal connection we have because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
That in scenes, I even more than ever, I'm like, let's connect right away, because I feel like I'm craving for that in my life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, I totally agree with that. Totally. Like whenever I go to bed at night and I'm next to my wife, I'm like, oh, I'm tired of you.
Yeah.
I need someone else.
I mean, it works for you. It works. Uh, are you doing a lot of, you're doing some online teaching now, right? I mean, because you teach like not just improv, but writing and sketch writing.
Yeah, I teach a lot of sketch writing, and I do teach improv. I teach mostly with the American Musical and Dramatic Academy. So, which I love teaching there. But I think what I learned, it's funny because there's different schools of thought of like what improv is supposed to be. And
Yeah.
I think different schools focus on that. I don't think any of them are wrong. I don't think any of them are necessarily right. Actually, I think they're all right. I just think you have to figure out which one you like the most. And like a UCB is heavy on game,
Yeah.
and but I always geared towards Second City because I always felt like their philosophy was improv is a great tool to get to scripted sketch, and to me that was like where I wanted to be. So I've always gravitated towards sketch, but like I got there through improv. So it's like I'm not going to abandon that. And I think it's a beautiful art form. And like I tell my students, I totally believe this, Jay, too. There is no art form like improv where you can go watch it and you can almost learn just as much from watching it as
Mm,
doing it. Because
yeah.
I'm like, if you go see like you see like this great production of like Long Day's Journey into Night, you're gonna watch it, you're gonna be like, I don't know how they did that. I don't know why it works. I just liked it. But you go see like a really good improv show, or even better, a really bad improv show, you like instantly realize like I see why that doesn't work. I totally see why that doesn't work.
Wow, for sure, man. I mean,
And
that
so
is
like
so,
yeah, I
God,
just encourage people to go see shows because you will learn from watching it.
and that's something that, coming up, we were not just, I feel like not just encouraged, but almost required of like, go watch shows. And the cynical side of you says, oh, this is a way for them to get my money as a student. But most of the theaters, it was like you weren't paying to see the shows. And they're like, no, go watch the shows because you can learn from the good shows. And like you said, you learn more from the bad shows. You learn what doesn't work. And you're like, wow, okay, that thing I thought worked. Now I'm watching it and it's just not working.
Yeah, I think I saw more class shows at IO than I saw like I think I saw TJ and Dave once. Like, because I was like, I get it. I get it why this stuff is or is not working. It
Right.
makes sense to me now.
God, it's so funny. Like I look at you now and play when I play with you, and when I watch you play, I'm like, it just looks like it's real effortless for you, whether it's like a quick, fast, short form thing or a longer scene. And it makes sense now with that background in acting and that background in playing those relationships and those moments and you do use a lot of point of view and emotion in your play. And watching that now, it's also interesting to hear you say like, I prefer sketch. I like improv. I like doing improv, but that's really like my sweet spot.
Oh, oh, thanks, man. See you
Yeah.
later.
Bye.
Well, it's funny you say that because like uh, I was one of my favorite teachers at IO was Joe Bill, and he during one class he was like, "Listen, and whether you buy into this or not, I just think it's interesting." He was like, "There's three types of improvisers, and they're not all mutually exclusive." He's like, "There's good actors, there's really funny people, and there's people with big balls." And and he looked at me and he goes, "You've got big balls."
What?
I was, I was like, it's like, thanks, Joe. Thanks.
It's like that's like the last one on the list of like talent,
Well, you're a really good actor and you've got big balls.
Yeah.
But I was like, I always thought that was really interesting of like, picking your strengths and playing towards them and knowing your weaknesses and just improving upon them. I don't
And
think enough improv teachers do that.
no, because they also maybe they don't know how to deliver that note, or they don't know how to look for that. Or sometimes, I mean, we've taught classes before where it's like, wait, you want us to get through these 32 exercises in 8 weeks? We can't, there's no way. We're on the fourth exercise and I haven't explained it well enough for the group to get it.
Well,
So
I do also think like there's kind of, and maybe you agree with me. I think there's a little bit of and I felt this way when I was in classes, was like, because I come from a theater background, right? So I come from, so like, traditional theater teachers are like a little too brutally honest sometimes,
yeah,
they're gonna be mean.
yeah.
And then I go to improv classes and I think there is like, because improv is such a supportive art, I feel like there's a little bit of like, good job. And you're like, and even I'd be like, I know that wasn't good. Tell me why it's not good.
Yeah.
Like go ahead and say it. And I've learned as a teacher to be like honest but fair. Like I don't want you to like hate improv, and I don't want you to feel bad after a class, but I want you to improve. So
And
you have to point out those things.
And you could say it. It's also how you say it, right? I
Yeah.
mean, we've
Oh,
been in those classes with
totally.
acting teachers that it's like you're yelling at me and you're giving me no feedback during when you're yelling at me. Like you're mean to me, but it's just mean. There's no feedback. And I've been in
It's
classes where someone's very positive and their note is said in such a way that's like, wow, like I didn't feel bad about it. So
yeah. I think it's an ego thing. of
Yeah.
like, you know, I need to prove to myself that I'm good
Right.
as a teacher and as an improviser.
The best one not one of the best teachers I had was Mick Napier. He would just be like, hey, you do this. How about you try doing this? Like it wasn't a good or bad thing. He's like, hey, you notice you're playing high status a lot in scenes. And this next scene, well, try low status. And it was in that tone as well. Very like matter of fact, nothing was emotional. And he was able to pinpoint that very quickly for everyone in the group. It was amazing.
I think that's great. I think
Yeah.
that's the great way to teach, I've yelled at a class once, but that was, they deserved it.
You motherfucker.
Well, go ahead. Go ahead.
No. What were you going to want?
I just, it was a college course, and I had a class of 22 people in an improv class for an hour and 20 minutes. It's not a time to, and
Yeah.
I had to keep re-explaining myself, and then they go up and do it wrong, and it was like every day was like this. And this one kid kept coming up there with planned jokes, like he was doing a stand-up routine and not listening to his scene partner. And finally, I just lost it. And I was like, listen, you are all paying $120,000 to go here for 3 years, 4 years. Like, save yourself some money, drop out, go get an engineering degree, and leave this behind. Because if you can't listen to me, how do you expect to listen to a director or your scene partner? And this kid, he told administration. They called me and they're like, did you have an incident in class? I was like, no. And then he came up to me the next day. He goes, hey, can I talk to you for a second? And he pulled me in the hall. I was like, yeah, what's up? He goes, yeah, I think you owe me an apology for the way that you spoke to me yesterday. And I said, I'll apologize for my tone, but I will not apologize for my content.
Yes. And that man, Elon Musk. And he's like, dear Professor Tamisiea, I'm hosting SNL now. Suck it.
Sketch. Okay.
Yeah. Not skit. Oh, where can people find you if they want to like connect with you, bring follow what you're doing, or bring you on as a teacher, coach, director, or anything like that?
Yeah. You can go to my website, which is timmytamisiea.com, TAMISIEA, or find me on LinkedIn.
The preferred social media of improvisers.
Yeah, well, my hope is, you connected with me with Dylan here in Omaha, who owns and runs the backline, and so my hope is to find a new home here in Omaha, because we were both at West Side, and it's such a great place, and I miss it dearly, and so looking for that same atmosphere. So,
well, if you're gonna find it in Omaha, my instinct tells me Dylan's the guy to talk to. So
yeah,
or just move back, dude. I mean, that's the solution. Just move back. So
I'm going to. My wife doesn't know.
That's fine. You'll make it work. I mean,
she'll just be like, oh, I finally pulled up the covers. It was just a pillow dummy you set up.
See ya.
Bye.
Oh, brother, love you, man. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for taking time out, and whether it's in person or virtual again, I can't wait to play.
Yeah, it was good seeing you, man. Thank you for asking me to do this. I've always wanted to do it. I got sick and tired of not being asked.
Now you're done. No more improv.
Nope, done. Gonna go get my accounting job.
Take your own advice, pal. Bye.
Bye.